Is it the right time to buy or sell Rivian Automotive stock? Today, we're taking a deep dive into Rivian Automotive. Our initial report was published on our website on Tuesday, December 19, 2023. But now, we're back with an even more detailed analysis just for you. Make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest analysis. You won't want to miss any important updates that could impact your investments. Take your trading decisions to the next level with our newly launched AI stock analysis tool powered by GPT-4 at StockInvest.us. Unlock the power of AI and access free price predictions and in-depth analysis for any one of the 25,000 companies worldwide. Please keep in mind that this video is for informational purposes only and should not be considered as financial advice. As of December 1, 2023, our system has identified Rivian Automotive as a buy candidate, with a score of 4.31. Now, let's dive into the stock's performance during this period. If you followed our analysis, you would have witnessed an impressive 35.05% gain since we first listed Rivian Automotive as a buy candidate just 13 days ago. This translates to an average return of 2.7% per day since it was identified as a buy candidate. Based on the current 3-month trend, there is a potential minus 9.29% change expected in the next 3 months. This means that the return could be anywhere between minus 46.87% and minus 9.29%. Looking at the 12-month trend, there is a projected 17.39% change over the next year. This indicates a potential return ranging from minus 28.31% to 41.55%. In terms of price, this translates to a range of $17.46 to $34.47 after 1 year. Our latest update for Rivian Automotive brings some interesting news. The stock has been downgraded from a strong buy candidate to a buy candidate after Tuesday's trading session. On Tuesday, the Rivian Automotive stock price increased by 2.31%. It went from $23.80 to $24.35. This marks the 5th consecutive day of gains. We'll be eagerly watching to see if this upward trend continues or if there's a slight pause in the coming days. Throughout the day, the stock price fluctuated between a low of $23.82 and a high of $24.52, a difference of 2.94%. In the past 10 days, the price has risen on 7 occasions, resulting in a 39.86% increase over the past 2 weeks. On the last trading day, 37 million shares were bought and sold for approximately $908.18 million, with a decrease of 9 million shares in volume compared to the previous day. This decrease in volume alongside higher prices could indicate possible changes in the near future. Looking at the stock's performance over the past year, the highest price reached was $28.05, while the lowest price was $11.68. Currently, the stock price is 13.19% or $3.70 below its 52-week high. Furthermore, it is 86.43% or $155.12 below its all-time high, which was achieved on November 16, 2021, with a price of $179.47. Today, we will be discussing the latest analyst ratings for RIVN. Starting with Mizuho Securities, on Wednesday, November 8, 2023, they gave RIVN a buy grade with a hold action. Next, RBC Capital also released their rating on Wednesday, November 8, 2023. They gave RIVN a sector perform grade with a hold action. Cantor Fitzgerald, on the same day, gave RIVN an overweight grade with a hold action. Needham also shared their thoughts on Wednesday, November 8, 2023. They gave RIVN a buy grade with a hold action. Lastly, on Monday, November 6, 2023, Wedbush gave RIVN an outperform grade with a hold action. Analysts have given Rivian Automotive stock a general rating of buy. They consider the PE ratio to be a strong indicator for buying, as well as the price-to-book ratio, which they also rate as strong buy. However, when it comes to return on investment, the analysts have a more neutral perspective on the stock. Today, we'll be discussing the signals for Rivian Automotive stock. Let's dive into the chart. Overall, we're seeing mostly positive signals for Rivian Automotive today. Both short and long-term moving averages indicate a buy signal, suggesting a positive forecast for the stock. Additionally, the relation between the two signals shows a general buy signal, with the short-term average positioned above the long-term average. In terms of support levels, we have $21.46 and $17.90. If the stock experiences corrections and drops below these levels, sell signals may be issued. Coming to recent developments, a buy signal was issued from a pivot bottom point on Thursday, November 9, 2023. Since then, the stock has risen by an impressive 58.84%. This indicates a potential further rise until a new top pivot is found. Additionally, we have a buy signal from the 3-month Moving Average Convergence Divergence, MACD. However, it's worth noting that volume fell during the last trading day despite gaining prices. This creates a divergence between volume and price, which could be an early warning sign. It's important to closely monitor the stock in this situation. Here are some other signals you might find interesting. Let's start with the Moving Average Convergence Divergence. It's giving a buy signal. Next, we have pivots, which gave a buy signal 28 days ago. Bollinger is another indicator that gave a buy signal 9 days ago. On the other hand, the short-term moving average gave a sell signal 7 days ago. Similarly, the long-term moving average also gave a sell signal 15 days ago. When we look at the relationship between the short and long moving averages, we see a buy signal 13 days ago. Now, let's take a look at the 12-month chart. The short moving average gave a buy signal 18 days ago. The long-term moving average also gave a buy signal 5 days ago. And when we analyze the relationship between the short and long moving averages, we see a buy signal 44 days ago. Don't forget to visit our page at StockInvest.us for more signals. Support, risk, and stop-loss for Rivian Automotive. When analyzing the downside potential, we find that the stock has support levels at $22.43 and $18.92, just below today's level. Support levels indicate areas where buying pressure has historically been strong, potentially preventing the stock from falling further. However, if these support levels are broken, it may indicate a further decline in the stock's price. In such a scenario, the next support levels would be at $22.43, $18.92, and $18.27. It's important to note that Rivian Automotive carries a high level of risk. This is reflected in its high volatility, meaning the stock can experience significant price movements. The Bollinger Band, a technical analysis tool, indicates a wide range of potential price fluctuations for this stock. Looking at recent data, we can see that the stock had a price range of $0.700 between its high and low, representing a 2.94% change in value in just one day. Over the last week, the stock has shown an average daily volatility of 7.44%. Before we explore the potential trading levels for Rivian Automotive, let's first review some important fundamental data. One crucial metric to consider is the price-to-earnings ratio, or PE ratio. This ratio compares a company's current share price to its per-share earnings. A negative PE ratio indicates that the company is either experiencing losses or has negative earnings. It's not uncommon for established companies to face temporary setbacks beyond their control. However, consistently negative PE ratios could be a warning sign of insufficient profits and potential bankruptcy risks. Moving on, the upcoming earnings report for Q4 2023 is scheduled for February 27, 2024. Analysts' consensus estimates for this report stand at -$1.37. It's crucial to keep an eye on these figures as they can significantly influence stock prices. Today, we'll be analyzing potential day trading levels for Rivian Automotive. When it comes to resistance levels, there's no significant obstacle from accumulated volume above. This means that if the right conditions are met, the stock could experience a swift upward movement. In such a scenario, you might consider entering a position and using volume as a determining factor for your exit strategy. On the flip side, Rivian Automotive encounters its first support level at $22.43. If this support level holds, it could present a favorable entry point, with the anticipation of a rebound. Rivian Automotive has received a combined average rating of buy from multiple analyst sources. Now, let's dive into some recent insider trades. On November 15, 2023, McDonough Clare sold 1,727 shares of Class A common stock. On November 16, 2023, McDonough Clare sold 3,265 shares of Class A common stock. On November 15, 2023, Baker Jeff sold 3,898 shares of Class A common stock. On October 20, 2023, Schwartz Sanford Harold bought 842 shares of Class A common stock. On October 20, 2023, Boone Karen bought 1,196 shares of Class A common stock. Based on the 100 most recent insider trades, the insider power ratio is minus 57.522, indicating a negative insider sentiment. In total, insiders have purchased 2,467,775 shares and sold 31,848,770 shares in the last 100 trades. Our recommended stop loss for this stock is set at $23.65, which represents a decrease of 2.88% from its current value. This particular stock experiences significant daily movements, making it inherently risky. Additionally, the Relative Strength Index, RSI 14, is at 81, further increasing the level of risk. We have identified a buy signal from a pivot bottom that occurred 27 days ago, suggesting a potential opportunity. Is Rivian Automotive stock a good buy? Despite the stock being in a falling trend, there are several positive short-term signals. This suggests that the current level may present a buying opportunity, as there is a fair chance for the stock to perform well in the short term. However, we have downgraded our analysis conclusion for this stock from a strong buy to a buy candidate due to some minor weaknesses in the technical picture since the last evaluation. Upon analyzing the volatility and movements of the last trading day, our systems indicate that the current price is overvalued. For trading on Wednesday, December 20th, we expect Rivian Automotive to open down $0.120 and begin trading at $24.23. Before we dive into today's topic, it's important to remember that trading carries a high risk of financial loss. We strongly advise you to consult with a financial advisor before making any buying or selling decisions. Please note that StockInvest.us is not a substitute for professional advice. By using the information provided, you agree to take full responsibility for your own investment choices. Welcome to Stock Invest. Today, we want to hear your thoughts on our current view of the stock. Do you agree or disagree? Share your valuable insights by commenting below. We're also curious to know what target you have in mind for this stock. Remember to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more trading updates. Wishing you successful trading and a wonderful day from all of us here at Stock Invest.